pretty nice to have electric start. That is the KTM 450. We're here at the Roseburg Indoor for the second time this season. Third time I've been here. One time I was a fan helping Carly out. She got the win. The last race we were here was for the Winter Showdown, and now we're here for a points race. This will be the last time we will be here during the 2019-2020 winter, and it's just another race in between our off time at Red Bluff, because we'll be back at Red Bluff next weekend. Now, welcome back to today's video. That's the 450. Carly's going to be running the 250 tonight, and we're just excited to be racing. Roseburg's close to home for us. It's only about an hour up the road, so we always enjoy getting to, not have to travel 3 or 4 hours down to California. And also, to answer the question, yes, my 450 has an electric start. All the KTMs, the newer ones, on the 250 and the 450 have that included, so it's really nice. I don't always need a push. The weather is just starting to turn around. It rained all morning here, and finally it stopped. So let's go head out for hot laps and get the night started. What are you thinking about doing for setup?
You said you don't have any brakes?
I don't have any brakes, really. No, so
You gotta have brakes.
So
my front tire stopped.
My brakes work. It's just the left front brake doesn't work as well as I feel like it should. So what's happening, we just went out for hot laps, and pretty much getting into the corner, the car's just super tight, and I have to wick it in there pretty much to get it to turn.
The problem is you're just used to that new Spitfire that QRC's selling. And it's like...
So QRC's new frame that they just came out with is called the Spitfire. This is an Area 51. That's two different frames. The Spitfire turns really well, so I'm pretty used to that for Red Bluff, and the A51's a little bit tighter. So you really have to use more brake input, and the brakes don't work as well on this car. I also wanted to show you guys, we finally got a new seat. I actually fit in this one. I'm not in a recliner no more, is what I like to call my old one, because it was so laid back. But here in Roseburg, Oregon, 12 cars tonight in the open class, just a fun weekly show. Carly's hoping to win the 250. My goal is to win the open class, and I'm hoping we can bring home 2 W's. First heat race is up next, starting inside row number 2. The rain is back. Every time we're in Roseburg, it rains bad. So we just went out for the first heat race. I'm not gonna lie, I came back really frustrated because the car was bad, really bad. We made a few slight changes after hot laps to free the car up, and it just got worse. I would be tight on entry, and then I would snap loose. On the top, I felt like I had to drive it as hard as possible just to get the car to turn on entry. Otherwise, I would plow tight. Now, we came off the track, me and my dad were talking, like, what should we do to fix it? Because it was so bad, the worst I felt in years, that we didn't even know what to do. You know when you're just sitting there and you're just confused and you've made changes and you don't know what to go back on and what to change? Well, guess what? I made this mistake. It was all my fault. After I washed this week, I took all the tires off when I washed, and when I put them back on, I put the left front on the right front, and I put the right front on the left front. just me being careless, I didn't check myself, and so we had over an inch of reverse stagger in the front, which means guess what? You're gonna be really, really tight, and also it's not just gonna be a good tight, it's gonna snap loose and do all sorts of unpredictable things. So we went back on every change we made, we flipped the tires, and now we got some stagger up front. The car should turn. We started third and ran third. We fell back to fifth at one point, but we're able to make it back up. So we learned, do not run reverse stagger in the front. It does not work. 100% my fault. We're gonna start third in the next heat race. We need to run one first or second to start up front in the A. Alrighty, so we just got done with heat race number 2. Started third, got quickly into second, and kind of gave the leader a run for their money, but just backed off, had a few restarts. Everything went good though. Once we put the right tires on the right sides, left on the left and right on the right, the car drove much better. It turned well, was a little tight, but I think the racetrack should come to us. Now we have the revenge draw. We did that. They added that tonight, so pretty much it's where you pull a pill, and whatever you pick, you have to give to someone else, so you don't get to keep it. So of course on this revenge draw, I pulled a 1, so I had to give it to someone else, and they gave me the 6. So we're gonna start 6 tonight in the A main event. Car's ready to go. The revenge draw, like I mentioned, I pulled a 1 when I didn't want a 1, and I ended up having to give it to someone else. Is what it is. We're gonna roll out 6 in the feature. I think the top is gonna be where it's at, but I'm gonna have to use the bottom to move around and make moves. So anyway, we're heading out now. Track is just starting to slicken off, but still tons of grip out there. We went with an 11 on the right rear. I think that's gonna be the right choice. Now we'll just have to see.
drive one on. No, got a different hub right here. I gotta have some tools. Out the right. I do. Let him
go. Someone didn't put the left rear on all the way, so that was mistake number 2 on the night. Got going good early there in the race. Got to the lead pretty quick. The whole inside lane kind of got screwed because there was fuel dumped on the racetrack by another car and they didn't work it in. I was trying to work in the top lane and there was just less fuel on the top than the bottom. And so I got going and pretty much the inside all spun their tires, took another restart, got going, got into third, and the guy gave me the outside, which I was pumped because I think there was still a little bit of fuel left. And I got right to the lead. I got past the 12 car, which he was running a 33. I ran an 11, and so I think my tire was better early. He got really good at the end, and I would have got by him. I slid him for the lead, and at the same time, the left rear came off. As you can see there, so when we figured out that I put on the tires on backwards on the front, we also changed left rear back to our old left rear, and I think what happened was I put it on the hub, but it didn't go on all the way, but it looked like it was on pretty far. I know I didn't not tighten them. And I think what happened was they just tightened up about halfway because it wasn't on the hub all the way. And then, as you can see, it literally just wore these things away until the left rear came off about lap 5. It really doesn't matter because it's Roseburg. It's not like it was a points race or whatever, but just showing how good my crew guy skills are. And so put my front tires on backwards. Left rear came off because of me, and I was my own worst enemy tonight. My driving was great. We drove through the field all the way back to second, but I was already 2 laps down. So, I mean, it was pretty much pointless. I almost got the leader, but it is what it is. We're going to pack up, and I'm done with tonight.
I won!
Carly got the win in the 125-250 intermediate division, and this vlog is over. So, as you can see, the trailer is empty. I shot an outro, but I forgot to turn the mic on, and unfortunately it was a really good one. Carly talked about her whole night. Obviously we didn't do a whole vlog on her, but she dominated the 250 class, did everything she needed to do, started front row outside and was able to get the jump and lead every single lap of the A-main event en route to her 2nd win of the season. Now you guys could probably tell, but I was pretty frustrated after our A-main event Saturday night just because nothing went our way. All of it was my fault, just I was more frustrated with myself because I didn't have anyone to blame. Like, at least if your dad does something wrong, you know, you can be mad at him for like a day or blame it on him. But when you do it all yourself, and you know, I was the one who left the left rear loose, and when I was the one who had the front tires on backwards, so all I had to do was blame myself. But I feel much better now. Like I said, just a regular Roseburg show. So we came in the hot pit there. Right after we got the lead, we lost the left rear, spun out, got in the hot pit, and my dad is going to kind of explain to you, because I was confused at first. Why couldn't they just get a new left rear on, not even thinking about how the hub would be all messed up from the loose wheel.
And so this is so out of round, it won't go back on the tire. Go back in, so that's why we couldn't do it. It's not, see, it doesn't, it won't even.
It won't even go on there.
No. These are all bent.
So that was that, and it totally made more sense, and that's why it took so much time in the hot pit for us, because we need to put a new hub on it and get a new tire, and overall, it just was a disaster. We did get back out on the racetrack, and I was able to get back up into second, just missing a bunch of wrecks, but I was 2 laps down, so there was really no point. But that's gonna end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share. I hope you guys enjoyed my clown show I had in this video, just with all the mess ups, but that's just part of learning and part of what we do. And also, it was at Roseburg, so that's a good track. If you're gonna have a night like that, have it there. Now, I was gonna put Carly in this outro, but she is sick right now. Like, we got home Sunday morning. I think she got a stomach flu or something, so she is asleep. I just got home from school. But anyway, congrats to her on a win. She did great, and you will see her a lot more in the vlogs as we head back to Red Bluff next weekend. Hopefully she can get her first win there of the season. Hopefully we can get our 3rd win there and get back in the points lead. See you guys all in the next one. Deuces.